My beloved child, come close and listen with your heart. I know the question that has been echoing in your spirit, the one you have not spoken aloud but have carried quietly through your days and nights. You have felt my choosing. You have sensed my hand resting upon your life, guiding you, shaping you, calling you by name. And yet you look around and wonder, if I have chosen you, why does another woman still remain in the picture? Why does the story not seem clear? Why does it feel unfinished, delayed, complicated? I see the confusion in your eyes and the ache in your chest, and I want you to know this first of all: I am not offended by your question. I am not distant from your doubt. I am with you in it. I chose you before you ever learned how to question me. I chose you when your heart was still forming its hopes and fears. I chose you not because you were perfect, but because you were willing, because your spirit could hear me even when your mind struggled. My choosing does not always look like immediate fulfillment. Sometimes it looks like waiting. Sometimes it looks like misunderstanding. Sometimes it looks like standing in faith while something that does not belong to your future is still present in your present. Do not mistake my choosing for instant resolution. When I choose someone, I also choose a process. I choose seasons that stretch them, refine them, and teach them how to trust me beyond what they can see. The presence of another woman does not cancel my choice of you. It reveals that I am still working, still arranging, still exposing what must be healed, released, or understood before anything can truly stand on solid ground. You see only one layer of the story, but I see the whole. I see hearts that are still learning honesty. I see attachments that were formed out of fear, habit, or comfort rather than truth. I see wounds that have not yet been acknowledged, patterns that must be broken, and lessons that must be learned so that no one is harmed by a future built too soon. If I removed everything instantly, you might receive what you want but lose what you need. I am more interested in your wholeness than your impatience. Listen carefully. My choosing of you is not dependent on someone else's confusion. People can love imperfectly. People can linger in situations they have outgrown because change requires courage. Another woman's presence is not a statement of your worth. It is a reflection of a process that is not yet complete. I am not asking you to compete. I am not asking you to prove yourself. I am not asking you to wait in pain without purpose. I am asking you to trust that I am not finished writing this chapter. There are times when I allow things to remain because they are still teaching something important. Sometimes that lesson is for them. Sometimes it is for you. Sometimes it is for both. I am teaching you discernment, patience, and self-respect. I am teaching you not to beg for clarity from people when you can receive peace from me. I am teaching you that being chosen does not mean you accept confusion as love. You are allowed to desire honesty. You are allowed to want alignment. You are allowed to step back and let me work without trying to control the outcome. I know you have wondered if you did something wrong, if you were not enough, if your faith failed somewhere along the way. Let me be very clear with you, this delay is not punishment. This situation is not a reflection of your value. My love for you is not uncertain. And my plans for you are not fragile. What I have spoken over your life will not be undone by temporary circumstances. What is meant for you will come to you whole, not divided. Sometimes I allow another presence to remain so that truth can rise to the surface. When hearts are divided, when intentions are unclear, when fear still has a voice, time becomes a revealer. Masks fall. Motives are exposed. And in that process, you are protected. I am not withholding something from you, I am guarding you from something that is not yet ready to hold you well. You may feel like you are standing still while others seem to move forward. But growth does not always look like motion. Sometimes growth looks like learning how to be at peace without answers. Sometimes it looks like choosing dignity over desperation. Sometimes it looks like trusting me enough to say, if this is from you, it will not pass me by. I am shaping you into someone who does not lose themselves while waiting for love. Remember this, I do not create triangles to test your worth. I do not enjoy your tears or your confusion. But I do allow situations that reveal the truth of hearts. And when the truth is fully revealed, there will be no more guessing, no more wondering, no more hidden pain. Whether the outcome is a union or a redirection, it will come with peace, not anxiety. It will come with clarity, not confusion, if you are meant to walk forward with this person. It will happen when all other attachments are released, not lingering in the background. I will not bring you into a future where you must constantly question your place. And if this situation is preparing you for something different, something better aligned with your spirit, you will one day look back and thank me for not rushing what could have broken you. I know it is hard to trust me when your heart is involved. I know emotions make everything feel urgent. But I am not slow, and I am not late. I work in timing that protects souls. What seems like delay is often mercy in disguise. What feels like silence is often me working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. So today, I ask you to release the need to compare, to analyze, to replay every detail in your mind. Lay it down. Rest your heart in this truth: you are chosen, deeply and intentionally. No one can take that from you. No situation can cancel that. And nothing that is truly meant for you will require you to shrink, compete, or suffer in silence. Stay open, stay grounded, stay connected to me. Let me lead, even when the path feels unclear. I am not finished. I am not confused. And I have not forgotten you. I am working for you, in you, and ahead of you. Trust me enough to let the story unfold in my way, knowing that whatever the ending, it will be rooted in love, truth, and peace for your soul. My beloved, let me continue speaking to your heart, because there is more you need to understand, and I do not want you filling the silence with fear or assumptions. I see how you replay conversations, how you search for hidden meanings, how you ask me quietly for signs. I hear every whisper of your heart. You are not unseen, and you are not asking too much. But I want to free you from the weight of trying to figure out what only I can untangle. You must know this: when I choose you, I also choose to protect you. Protection does not always feel gentle. Sometimes it feels like distance. Sometimes it feels like unanswered prayers. Sometimes it feels like watching something you desire remain just out of reach. But protection is love in its deepest form. I am not allowing you to step into something that still carries confusion, emotional imbalance, or unfinished business. Love that begins in disorder will eventually produce pain, even if it feels beautiful at first. Another woman's presence is not a competition between hearts, it is evidence of a heart that has not yet fully surrendered to truth. I am teaching you that real love is not divided. Real commitment does not keep doors open out of fear. Real connection does not leave you questioning your worth or your position. I want you to recognize the difference between attraction and alignment, between affection and readiness. You deserve readiness. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. There are things happening beneath the surface that you cannot see. Conversations that are uncomfortable. Realizations that are heavy. Moments of conviction that shake old patterns. I am working on courage where fear once lived. I am dismantling emotional dependencies that were never built on truth. But I do not rush this process, because rushed healing creates deeper wounds later. I am patient because I love everyone involved, including you. I also want you to look at what I am doing inside you during this season. I am strengthening your boundaries. I am teaching you that being chosen does not mean tolerating uncertainty indefinitely. I am showing you how to love without losing yourself. I am reminding you that your value is not proven by someone choosing you publicly, but by you standing firmly in the truth of who I say you are. Do not assume that waiting means passivity. Waiting with me is active. It is a time of alignment, a time of growth, a time of preparation. I am refining your discernment so that when clarity comes, you will recognize it immediately. I am teaching you to listen to peace instead of anxiety. Anxiety rushes. Peace waits. And I am a God of peace. You may fear that if you step back, you will be forgotten. Let me reassure you, what is meant for you does not require you to chase it. What I have ordained will not slip away because you chose dignity. If someone must lose you to realize your value, then that realization is part of their growth, not your loss. I will never ask you to beg for what I have promised. There are moments when I allow distance so truth can speak louder than emotion. Emotions can be misleading when hearts are afraid of change. Distance reveals priorities. Distance reveals commitment. Distance reveals whether someone moves toward healing or remains comfortable in confusion. And in that revelation, you are given clarity without having to fight for it. I know part of you wonders if you should intervene, speak again, explain yourself, or demand answers. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is trust me enough to be still. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is confidence that I am working even when you are quiet. I fight battles you cannot fight. I soften hearts you cannot reach. I close doors that should not remain open and open doors no one can shut. Do not interpret this season as rejection. It is refinement. It is alignment. It is preparation for something that will not drain you emotionally or spiritually. I am not building a future where you are always guessing, always waiting, always unsure. I am building something stable, something honest, something rooted in mutual clarity and respect. You are learning now what you will never tolerate later. You are discovering the strength of your voice. Even when you choose silence. You are becoming someone who does not settle for partial love. And this growth matters more than you realize. One day, you will look back and see that this season shaped you into someone capable of receiving love without fear. Trust me when I say this, nothing is being wasted. Not the tears. Not the confusion. Not the waiting. I am using it all to position you for a future that will not require you to question where you stand. Stay close to me. Let me steady your heart. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry alone. I am still writing, still working, and still faithful to every promise I have spoken over your life. My precious one, stay with me a little longer. Because there is still a deeper layer I want to heal in you. I know this situation has stirred old wounds you thought were already closed. Feelings of being second, overlooked, or uncertain have tried to resurface, and I want to gently remind you that these feelings are not who you are. They are echoes of places I am restoring. Do not be ashamed of them. Bring them to me. I am not disappointed by your vulnerability, I am drawn to it. I want you to understand something important. I never choose someone to live in emotional shadows. If I have chosen you, it is not to stand half seen or half claimed. The fact that another woman is still there is not because you are lacking, it is because a decision has not yet fully matured. Immaturity hesitates. Fear delays. Comfort resists change. But truth, when it is ready, moves with clarity. I am allowing time to reveal whether truth will be chosen. You have been tempted to measure yourself against someone else, even if only quietly. I see when you ask, what does she have that I don't? My child, stop this immediately in your heart. Comparison is not from me. I did not create you to be a replacement or an option. I created you to be a match, to someone who is ready, whole, and honest. You are not missing anything. You are becoming something, Sometimes I keep you waiting because I am separating you from outcomes that would have tied your identity to another person's readiness. I want you grounded in me first. I want your joy to be stable even when people are uncertain. I want your confidence to come from my voice, not someone else's decision. When you learn this, no delay can shake you, and no rejection can define you. There is also something sacred happening that you may not realize yet. I am teaching you how to trust me with your desires, not just your needs. Needs are easy to surrender. Desires feel personal, tender, close to the heart. And yet I am asking you to place even this desire in my hands, believing that I know how to fulfill it without breaking you. I am not ignoring your longing. I am protecting it. I know you are tired of being strong. I know you want clarity, not another lesson. But hear me carefully, clarity is coming. It will not arrive in fragments. It will not come with mixed signals. When it comes, it will settle your spirit instead of stirring your anxiety. You will not have to ask, "Where do I stand?" Because you will know, if this person is meant to walk with you, they will come forward with a clean heart and a clear choice. There will be no hidden attachments, no emotional leftovers, no confusion carried into something new. And if they cannot do that, I will remove you gently, not to punish you, but to free you. Either way, you win, because I am not leading you into loss, I am leading you into peace. I want you to stop rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Do not live in futures I have not spoken. I am still in control, even when it feels like others are making choices that affect you. No choice made outside of me can cancel what I have prepared for you. What belongs to you will arrive whole, not conflicted. Rest now. Let your heart breathe again. You do not need to solve this. You do not need to convince anyone. You do not need to prove your worth. You only need to remain open, faithful, and anchored in me. I am doing what you cannot see. I am arranging what you cannot force. And I am loving you more deeply than you realize in this very moment. Hold on just a little longer, not to uncertainty, but to me. I have not chosen you to disappoint you. I have chosen you to bless you in a way that lasts. And when this season passes, you will see that my timing was not cruel, it was kind. My beloved child, let me bring this to rest in your heart now, not with confusion, but with assurance. I know you have carried this question for a long time, and I know it has shaped your prayers, your thoughts, even the quiet moments when you try to distract yourself from the ache. But I want you to leave this place today with peace, not because every detail is resolved, but because you trust the one who holds every detail. Hear me clearly now, my choice of you has never been fragile. It has never depended on someone else's indecision. It has never been threatened by another person's presence. When I chose you, I did so with intention, foresight, and love. I saw this season. I saw the waiting. I saw the moments where your heart would feel stretched between hope and uncertainty. And even then, I chose you, knowing that you would grow stronger, wiser, and more grounded through it. There comes a moment when waiting shifts into wisdom. That moment is approaching for you. You are beginning to understand that love should not feel like a constant question mark. That being chosen should not require you to endure emotional confusion. That peace is not something you earn by waiting longer, it is something I give when you trust me more deeply. You are learning that your worth is not proven by being picked, but by knowing when you are already enough. I want you to release the idea that you are losing time. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to receive what will last. I am far more concerned with the quality of what enters your life than the speed at which it arrives. I would rather have you wait a little longer than step into something that slowly drains your joy, your confidence, or your faith. If another woman is still there today, it will not be there forever. Everything temporary eventually reveals itself. What is not aligned with truth cannot remain hidden indefinitely. Decisions will be made. Doors will close or open. And when that happens, you will not be scrambling for meaning, you will recognize my hand in it. Whether I lead you forward with this person or gently guide you away, you will feel relief, not regret. Trust that I am kinder than you fear and wiser than you imagine. I do not tease my children with promises I do not intend to fulfill. I do not awaken desires only to leave them unmet. I fulfill in ways that protect your heart, honor your value, and strengthen your future. Sometimes that means saying not yet. Sometimes it means saying not this. But it always means I love you. Let this be the place where you stop carrying what was never yours to manage. Stop monitoring. Stop waiting for signs from people. Start listening for my peace. My peace will guide you more accurately than any explanation ever could. When something is right, it will not require you to abandon yourself to hold on to it. You are deeply loved. You are carefully chosen. You are being led, even now. Rest your heart in me tonight. Release the questions. Release the comparisons. Release the fear of endings or outcomes. I am with you in every step that comes next, and remember this always: I did not choose you to live in doubt. I chose you to live in truth, peace, and love that does not leave you wondering where you stand. What is coming will feel safe to your soul. Until then, stay close to me. I am faithful, and I am not finished with your story.